Because
items, blocks, and mobs like
the original Reach when you were back at Bungie.
yeah, it's
We're gonna
surreal.
find a photo from
it is
those
surreal.
days.
Doing right now.
Now, when is Xbox Game Pass Ultimate coming to us?
So Xbox Game Pass Ultimate launches later this year, but today, Xbox insiders in select markets can start testing Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and provide us with feedback that's going to help us make the service even better in the future.
Fantastic news. Ben Decker, thank you so much for being here.
Who is your daddy? Yo, what's up, grinders? It's your boy, Jez7780 with a What Grinds My Gears episode. I don't give a shit. We're talking Inside Xbox, we're talking PlayStation 5, and we are talking the Xbox Sad Edition. I don't even know if I have a good sound for that one. Let me see. I think I did.
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button. This ship will self-destruct in 3 minutes.
Yep, so we are here. So I'm going to be honest with everybody. I completely forgot. Shout out to Don't Call Me Danny, first one here. Sizzle of 420, what's up? Daniel B, yo, yo, yo. The Crew 1985 always showing up. Yes, Baseball Rocks. I was trying to get some more sound clips, but my Stream Deck had some updates on it, so I was unable to get some sound clips. But if you heard my stream, you might hear the same ones. The one I did of Sea of Thieves, Search for Kraken. If you haven't tuned into that one, the stream was a little choppy. The gameplay, I was struggling with the frames and trying to get it to work on the multiple screens. But the audio came in. Yo, it was hilarious. It was fun. Check out that stream. It was my first one. I had my my camera going on. Frogs was in there talking about Phil Spencer glory holes. Don't make that a drinking game because you will be messed up if you drink every time. Frog, shout out to Frog's Dream, talked about Phil Spencer and his glory holes. I don't know what that was. oh man, that is so funny stuff. But I tell you, man, that is some funny good stuff, man. So anyway, we got the soundboard, and we had an Inside Xbox. But to be honest, dudes, I saw, shout out to Meds from Planet Xbox, put in the chat going, oh, that wasn't it. Like, I was like, holy crap, we missed Xbox, Inside Xbox. Holy crap, I completely forgot about it. And then so I went back and I checked out the stream and I went to watch it, and where's that other thing?
Thank you for pressing the self-destruct button. This ship will self-destruct in 3 minutes.
Dude, it's just to sit back, and we have to just watch this from afar, because that's how I am. Like, it is basically, for me, I am just, there's nothing to root for. There's nothing to cheer for. It is like, meh. It's like, okay. They are on. It is like how I felt about the Nintendo Wii. It is sad to say, but Xbox has made me feel like I felt about the Wii when it came out. Like when the Wii came out. It's like they're just doing whatever their stuff is doing. Now they were successful doing their stuff, but Microsoft, they're just on another level. They're on another planet of gaming. And, you know, just watching their messaging, watching their presentation, I have to give it to them that it is shorter. It is a shorter show. Better than that 2.5 hour marathons that they try to roll out. But I have to say, like, I still do not understand. This episode had so much of not launching yet, wait until spring, insiders. Like, for example, one of their announcements was this Xbox Ultimate. And first of all, they can't keep a secret for the fucking lives. Okay, they can't even keep a secret. Like, shit leaks out. That's why half the shit is not even that great, because it's like we hear about it. Brad Sam's like, you know, leak Sid. They can't even hold it. They didn't keep this shit close to themselves. For the big things that came out of this Inside Xbox, and I'm not going to recap it. You know, I eager all of you, you know, I promote everybody to go watch it and put yourself through a torture chamber. But that's why I went through it, I skimmed it, and just got what I could get out of it. But one of the things was this Game Pass Ultimate. And what Game Pass Ultimate is basically, what's up, Socrates, man? How you doing?
Who is your daddy?
So what is well, wait a second.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions.
Oh.
And I want to have them answered immediately.
Okay, I am going to answer questions about Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. So, this is the thing that people have been asking for. We all know with PlayStation Now, you do not need a PSN account to play online games through PS Now. It is included. With Xbox Game Pass, you had to pay Xbox Live and for Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Live is $60 a year. That's their retail price. You could get it for cheaper. I recommend getting it for cheaper. But you could also pay $60, which is $5 for 12. Yes, I know. Brad is right on it. Right on. Just follow his channel and you'll find out all the stuff before it. And it's $5 a month. You know that because when they mess up, they go, we're sorry, we'll give you a month of Xbox Live. And that's equivalent to $5 a month. Game Pass is $10 a month. Or I'll buy that for $1 for 3 months, which is a promotion. So, anyway, we're getting back on this crap shit. Now they combined it. Some genius said, because there were games in Game Pass like Sea of Thieves, like Gears of War Ultimate Multiplayer, Gears 4 Multiplayer. Oh, Callie, don't worry. I'm about to stream. I was going to stream it last night. I want to do my talk show, and then I'll do some streams of dreams. I bought it. My son was playing it all friggin' day, just checking out all the different games. Dreams, awesome. Awesome game. And that is another reason why I was playing that and, you know, just doing other stuff and playing Dreams with my son. That I forgot totally about Inside Xbox, and it shows. You know, playing games, it's better than watching Major Nelson and his white gloves sticking in people's finger ass and their assholes. So, I don't need Major Nelson white gloves in people's assholes. But, we'll get to that part too. But, anyway, back to what I was saying about the Game Pass Ultimate. So, there are games in Game Pass that you need Xbox Live to play. Yes, I agree, Kuhn. Make some good-ass demos. So, back to that. So, what Microsoft said is like, we have to have Xbox Live and Game Pass together. So, that's Game Pass Ultimate. But what they don't do is they don't give you a perk for bringing them both together. And to go with the example is like they had this dude, and where is he? And this is I'm gonna show. This is what's my friggin' thing? I'm gonna I'm gonna show you the
Xbox
stuff.
Game Pass, and that's why we're introducing.
Yeah, this. Okay, I'm gonna show this video clip. Okay. And this is what grinds my gears. Like, when I see this stuff, and I'm like, why is this weird announcement? And here, oh, the gears are grinding. They're grinding. Because I watch this clip, and I'm like, really? Okay. Here we go. And people will be like, oh, what does that bother you for? But I'm going to explain where the bullshit works here. My desktop crap hole. Here it is. Jump into this. Jump into this. Let me see. I think you guys can see this crap. Let me make sure. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. So, this.
Coming into the catalog, how do I know what's new? And that's one of the reasons that we created the Xbox Game Pass app. You can set it so that you get notifications whenever there's a new game in the catalog. So for example, when Monster Hunter World drops this Thursday, you can get it'll pop up on your phone. You can tap through to the app and start downloading it to your home console. It'll be ready to play when you get home.
Fantastic, man.
So, you know, with all that feedback coming in, one of the big things people have asked us for is, hey, can I get a single membership that combines Xbox Live Gold with Xbox Game Pass? And that's why we're introducing Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
I love it. So what if I have an existing membership in Xbox Live Gold or Xbox Game Pass?
Yeah, absolutely. If you have an existing membership and maybe you've prepaid a couple months, no problem at all. You will be able to apply that value to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
Now, you had also mentioned to me earlier that this is a choice to upgrade. Is that correct?
That is absolutely true. If you have a membership in Xbox Live Gold or Xbox Game Pass that you'd like to keep just as it is, no pressure. You can keep doing exactly what you're doing right now.
Now, when is Xbox Game Pass Ultimate coming to us?
So, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate launches later this year. But today...
Why?
No deal.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Why? Later this year. And wait, hear this.
Xbox insiders in select markets can start testing Xbox.
Testing? Testing? These subscriptions exist already. Who's testing? Testing what? Just make this shit available today. Why drag this shit out? So we can have another Inside Xbox to talk about now it launched. Why do they do this? I don't understand.
Game Pass Ultimate and provide us with feedback that's going to help us make the service.
What fucking feedback do you need to have Xbox Live and Game Pass work together? It currently works right now with all paid subscribers. People who sign up for Xbox Live and then have Game Pass, they don't have a problem. What is the feedback? Why is this just not available today? Just roll it out, done. We don't even need this guy telling us this. Why? It's just like they're ho-hum announcements, and then they tease them to go, oh, just later this year. What the
service even better in the future.
Fantastic news. Ben Decker, thank you so much for being here.
Hey, thank you, Kate.
And this, just overall, inside Xbox, this. Just make it games, talk about it. We don't need an interview like this guy is out in a friggin' like he needs to get interviewed. Come on here, you got to talk about this stuff. And the fact is not even bringing any shit. He's not even saying it's releasing today. Like have some cool like announcement. Hey, it's out this afternoon. It's like later this year. Why do they do this? And this is like the carrot of just mediocre fucking news. Just, dude, come on. Let's move on. Move on. Now it's Ultimate. It comes out today. Next, move on. Now something better. Relevant. Like, we don't need this to linger on. And this is the shit that just drives me crazy. This whole fucking Inside Xbox has been this. Let's tease some bullshit news. And then when the bullshit happens, we'll tease it when it comes out later on. It's fucking annoying. It's annoying.
Now there's no better time to subscribe to Xbox Game Pass because some
And look at the shit behind.
great titles. Well, they're launching very, very soon.
I swear, it is like
in just 2 days, in fact, on April 18th,
stuff.
You'll be able
This
to
Xbox
download
Game Pass
Capcom's
has turned
epic Monster
into
Hunter World.
the
Also
friggin'
on that day, The Walking Dead: A New Frontier.
late night
on April 24th,
infomercial.
Life is Strange 2 Episode
But wait,
2 will be available.
there's more.
And if you're down for some good old-fashioned
And anyway, Dopey didn't even announce what the price was.
No deal. No deal. No deal.
It's $14.99 a month. Shit. Who thought of that one? Let's take the $5 that everybody pays. Let's take the $10 everybody pays. Let's merge together $14, $14.99, and say it's a deal.
No deal.
Come on, dude. Like, make it $10 and throw in Xbox Live. Like, really? Or even $12, $13. Like, who's thinking up this shit? Really? Like, who?
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Like, come on. Like, really?
It's time to quit jammering before I start hammering.
Like, my God. I just don't. And where else have we got? Oh, and we're gonna. Oh shit! There he is.
For everyone. This morning on Mixer, the team at Rare hosted a stream about the Hunter's Call.
Why is he dressed up like he's here for a job interview? You're here to deliver gaming news about Xbox game, like about games. Why are you dressed up like you're going to get a job? Like you're dressed up for a job interview. I don't understand it. I don't know.
Which is just one part of the anniversary update. Break out the rod and tackle, physics-based. For more, let's check out a recap.
There's the Kraken. Glad they added the combat because that's what everybody, loves. Is the sword play. Sword play is the worst.
Bits of Sea of Thieves, so treasure hunting, ship battling, and battling other players. We cannot wait to release.
Yes,
Be done.
We cannot wait.
And they said
this. All right. This is why I want to
way to play in Sea of Thieves. It's a really rich, story-driven quest system.
Sorry, chat.
A set of 9 tales, all kind of telling this one story. Super fun, super exciting, super different as well. Alongside this, there's the Hunter's Call, which is a new trading company centered around kind of fishing and hunting and cooking, which are all new mechanics that have come to Sea of Thieves with this update. Alongside that, you've got the Arena, which is a super competitive, super fun kind of just competitive mode all around the kind of core bits of Sea of Thieves. So treasure hunting, ship battling, and battling other players. We cannot wait to release this. We're so excited, and you may have heard I'm slightly competitive, so I'm really looking forward to seeing you on the seas. Cheers.
Cannot wait. But they waited a year. So, before we get into that thing. So, anyway. This is Sea of Thieves. So, I did the stream of it. And I searched. So, the content that I found is the Volcano Island, the Megalodon, and the Ghost Ship, which glitched on an island, and I fought the skeletons on the ship. So skeletons, and that's kind of like the thing. Like they added that, they did a little bit overlay, but like for a year in, I thought that was like the DLC they made a big deal about was just kind of just another enemy just in the water. Like it really didn't change that much of the game. It just adds another kind of random event or random thing to check. I don't know. There's nothing to talk. You know what? It was fun. It was goofy. It is what it is. And yeah, I'd say try it out. I definitely want to try out the anniversary, like the anniversary stuff. I want to see what the fishing's like. But otherwise, I'm just sick of talking about this game. Like I just feel like it is like the news that just never ends. Like it is. It's sad. And speaking of sad.
Our first challenge was, how do we make an all-digital Xbox One?
Actually, that was our only challenge.
we told them it can't be done. And they said, it can. Go do it.
Go all digital? It had never been done before. Except movies, music, books.
The solution was there all along, but we just couldn't see it.
Newspapers, the almanac. I guess it wasn't totally impossible. We tried removing everything, but we realized that would make it hard to play video games. So we put some stuff back.
We lost a lot of good people on this project.
But then we found them again. They were playing Halo in conference room 4B.
The answer wasn't just staring me in the face. It was staring at me in the brain. I got it.
You just deleted the disk drive.
Exactly.
Do it again.
You just press delete.
That's it.
It was like our new baby.
No, if our baby was made out of robot white plastic and metal and was powered by a custom-made SoC.
Otherwise, exactly like a new baby.
Introducing the new Xbox One S All-Digital Edition.
So this rumor was, true.
There you have it. It's official.
Jesus.
We can now talk about the
He's gonna give this guy a
Xbox One
prostate
S
exam now.
All Digital Edition, the newest member of the Xbox
So
One
one of the
family
biggest
of
things that
devices.
came out of this
I'm
thing.
so happy to see your white gloves. Where do you keep them, by the way?
They're in the glove
His ass.
compartment. True story.
Aptly named. All right, now you've seen it, and here's what you need to know. First, the Xbox One S All Digital Edition comes out on May 7th, and you can pre-order right now at your local Microsoft store, online, and at select retailers including Walmart, Best Buy, and Amazon.
B. The All
GameStop's
Digital
not carrying
Edition
that
is
thing.
the most affordable way to start playing Xbox One games, priced at $249.99.
Boom.
That's $50 less than the S with an optical drive.
So the price difference between the S and this one is going to be $50 without the disc. Okay. Like, really, they should have made this thing smaller. They should have made it look different than the S a little bit, so you distinctly can see the difference between them, because it looks like it's missing something. And I'm going to tell you what I think, and this is pretty weird. It looks like a Ken doll, where it's like, something's missing. Like, it's just weird. Like, it's just like this flat kind of thing that's like, I just don't understand. Like, even if they took these dots and made them go across or something like that, like, the fact that is, it looks like it's a bad Photoshop. And very uninspired. And if this is their kind of play on trying to get digital and moving digital, not only is design lazy and uninspired, but the friggin' price is ridiculous. And the price is just, it's just sad. Like, and yeah, it is, it's sad. To be honest, like, the price at $250 is fucking disgraceful. And to think, like, and this is where I'm gonna say something. All right, I don't fucking say something anyway. But let me see this. Let me say this. When this shit was rumored, right? When this shit was rumored, the Twitter internet went all out saying 150. Oh man, this is gonna be 150. 150, definitely, to get the casuals. 150. This is going to be the cheap, low-entry Xbox. 150. Oh, man, 175. It'll fly off the shelves. These are people thinking Xbox of the 360 era. They are not coming back. I said it on a Grinds My Gears that it would be minimum 200. 200 is what it would be the lowest. Like, 200 should be what it probably is, and that was overpriced. But they went 250. And they're saying the difference between the S and the SAD edition, the digital edition, is $50. That drive is $50. Let me explain something here with this whole all-digital thing. For $50... Now, wait a second. I'll tell you this. They are throwing Sea of Thieves in. Holy shit. Holy shit. Sea of Thieves. They are throwing in... Get ready... Minecraft.
What the fuck?
Because nobody has that. And wait a second. Forza Horizon. Drum roll. I don't have that sound effect. 3.
What the fuck?
Okay, thank you. So those are the 3 trash games they throw in there. So, okay. Let me explain something. As a consumer, so I look at it as a consumer. $300. $300 for the S. $250 for this, right? 2 of those games are in Game Pass, yeah. Exactly. So, for $50, people buying an Xbox for the lowest price possible are probably most likely people buying an Xbox now, because I heard when people were saying, "Well, this could be 150, this could be 175." Oh man, for 125, 100, or $99. I think I saw people like $100 or $150 or something like that. People like, "Yo, this thing is gonna compete with the Amazon Fire TV and all this other shit, right?" Okay, fine. At 250, it's not competing with any of that fucking shit. But people who are buying an Xbox now because they want the cheapest Xbox, those people are looking for deals. Those people are probably going to jump on the Xbox bandwagon at the lowest price at $250 and probably want not to pay $60 for their games. They're probably going to want to go and scrap up a whole bunch of used games. Gears for this price, for $20. Halo, they want to go probably to GameStop with their cheap Xbox that they just bought. They're buying it at this point, at the end of this console generation. They are looking to get all the games that were released for Xbox, or those games, cheap. They're not looking to spend $250 to save $50 and then be just held victim to the digital marketplace. These people want to pick up a cheap Xbox and they want to go to GameStop, get their friends to borrow some games. They want to use all the games of this generation and jump on and get it for cheap. So, by doing a discless console, that person is now eliminating any option of buying a used game or getting a physical game from a friend or doing any of that stuff and try and get the cheapest price possible for a game. Instead, they are now locked into a digital marketplace. Yeah, and now exactly, Eddie. They're saying, "Oh, Black Friday." It's fucking April.
What the fuck?
It's April. Don't talk to me about fucking Black Friday. All right? It's going to be one. And I tell you, at $150 on Black Friday, nobody's going to give a flying shit because the PlayStation's probably going to be $200 and the fucking PlayStation 4 Pro is going to be fucking $300 or who the hell knows, $275. Okay? A $150 Xbox. The problem is people looking for the cheapest console are looking for the cheapest games. And by buying a all digital console, you are eliminating your ability to get the cheapest game. You can't go into GameStop and get a game for $5 or $10 or borrow the games from your friends. You can't do that. So the market of the lowest price console is probably the market of the lowest price games. And by buying a digital console, you are now a victim of just the marketplace and their sales. So it kind of doesn't really jive for the person looking for the cheapest console, in my mind. Secondly, you are eliminating a whole part of the market. When Best Buy has games on sale, when Walmart, they're very aggressive with their physical games. If they're not selling, they go on sale much quicker than digital. And you are now there. Now, for people who want to pick up a second Xbox, $250 is too much. For those guys that have an Xbox in one in every room, $250, I would have got one for maybe $100, $150 just to have a Game Pass box. But $250, you might as well just pay $300 and get the console that has a full. And you can't even watch 4K Blu-ray movies on it. You know, not to say that those things are really like a system seller, but you're paying less for features. Not only are you losing the ability, but you're also losing features. So I just don't know what they're trying to do. They should have priced this thing much lower than $250, and this thing should have been at $200 and below to really promote this. But the S comes with a game, and it has a disc player. And I know people go, I go all digital. You know what? It's all digital. But guess what? If you want a game, say, like Kingdom Hearts or something like that, Kingdom Hearts 3. You stare at it in the store at $60. You go Best Buy, they're having a sale for it on $40. It's nice to have that option, right? Ooh, that's a Phil Spencer word. Option. Well, it doesn't sound like you have an option when you're removing the disc. And when Best Buy has Kingdom Hearts on sale for $40 and you're staring at it in the Xbox store for $60, it would be nice, even though you testament that I only go digital, to know that you could get that game for a cheaper price. There are more options for you by having physical and digital. You have a much more flexibility in how you buy your games. Now, I'm not saying an all digital future is not coming, but it's not going to start with this thing. It's not going to start with this thing. And it just shows to like my whole thing of just they have their heads.
You want to spend the rest of your life with your head up your ass? Be my guest.
And that's how I feel. They want to just have their heads up their ass. Have Major Nelson pull out his prostate examination gloves and talk about this thing. Have an uninspired console. It's not small, maybe to compete with an Amazon Fire Stick. Hey, you know, it's a Fire Stick that actually has real games on it. It's a Roku box that has real games on it. Those things are at $130, $140. Put this thing down in that price range. Yo, instead of buying a Fire TV, you got all those media games, those media plus you got Xbox Game Pass on it. Smart move. But don't price this thing $250. Especially when you don't have any real desirable games coming out. And every game is just diluted and put into fucking Game Pass. Like, it really. You don't even have real compelling games coming out to even put a demand for your base console. Not alone think that a $50 price change, and you can find the S for cheaper through third-party people. Or even Xbox themselves have the S on sale for $250. You want to see something crazy? I'm going to show you something crazy. Let's do this. Where the hell is this shit? Wait a second. At least it's a 1 terabyte. It is so bad. They should have made it a different color. Something to change it, because it looks like you got to do like a double take going, what the wait, something's missing. What the hell? So weird. So weird. But whatever. I was hoping it would be like 150 or something like that, because I would have picked up one. Just to have for like a Game Pass and just like, you know, to do that, but $250, I don't know what the hell they're doing. But yeah, I'm gonna get to this first. Let me get to it first and then I'll show. Okay, wait a second. Where is it? I thought I saw it on here. Is that the X? Yeah, that's the X. Where's our old digital? Let me just look at Xbox One S. It's such a miss. And it's disappointing. It's disappointing. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm just looking here. Like here. I'm going to go to this. Let me share my screen here. So here we go, right? So look up Xbox One S, right? Fortnite bundle, 1 terabyte. Fortnite's a free game. Requires Xbox Live, so you got to buy Xbox Live to play this. $250, right? The Xbox 1 terabyte S starter kit with the disc, $250. Those are 1 terabytes at $250. The Minecraft bundle, 500 gigabyte, $250. The Xbox One S terabyte, $250. And then here it is. Here it is. $250 for this old digital edition. It's not even $50 cheaper. It's the same price. Forza 3. Why not 4? Forza 3 is good, but it's old. Does not play physical discs and does not play. But the best value in games and entertainment. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Do you see this? There we go. Where's my thing? Where's my thing? Look at this. Best value in games and entertainment. Play with friends and enjoy the built-in 4K Blu-ray player and video streaming. Need help? Fuck yeah, I need help because you're showing me a discless console and telling me to enjoy 4K fucking Blu-rays.
What the fuck? Somebody's talking too much. It's costing me money.
Update your fucking website.
And that's it. I don't want to hear nothing else.
Jesus, my God. I don't even have to fucking try. I don't even have to try. Like, I don't understand you guys, man. It just goes to this.
I don't think so, sucker.
It just is just... They're all over the place, man. It is just sad, sad, sad. And you know what? I feel bad for those who buy it. Like, you know what? That's it, man. I don't... Well, good job. Update your website, guys, okay?
Fucking internet.
I tell you. I don't get it. Don't get it. But anyway, there's the sad edition. There it is. Rumor right to the key. They did rumor that was going to be $250 about a week ago. I said, no way. Oh, yes, I am a Mel Brooks fan. That's right, Kuhn. I am. I got my... But, man. Yes, exactly. Mog, what's up, man? Put in Gears 4 to get people excited about Gears 5. Cha-ching. Yes. Yes. Put in Gears 4 to get people excited for Gears 5. Now, that is the Game Pass. They want you in Game Pass. Game Pass is Xbox. I said this last week. Game Pass is Xbox. We have to be satisfied with that. That is what it is. And Inside Xbox is the fuck shit show that they give us. I don't care. I don't even watch it anymore. I just skim through it, get whatever news comes out of it. I don't even go on Twitter. And even look, I saw somebody said the stream had like 12,000 people watching on YouTube. They're so irrelevant. It's sad. And I'm just watching it burn. And you know what? Let them do whatever the hell they want to do. I'm not investing in them until they wise up. You know, they make a $150 all digital console. Wise up. They make Game Pass and Xbox Live cheaper together. Wise up. That's what I'm saying. Wise up. Be smart for the consumer. Don't be this stupid company that you are. You're just dumb. And you make it so easy for people just to be like, they have such a disconnect. They're in La La Land thinking clouds and streaming and Game Pass subscriptions. It's so confusing. They're like running around going, I'll buy that for $1. You could buy 3 months for $1. You could do this for $1. Game Pass, you could play these games. Oh, we can merge it. It is so much talking. So much. So much talking and no fucking games.
Somebody's talking too much. It's costing me money.
No, it's saving me money. It's saving me money, Tony.
Somebody's talking too much. It's costing me money.
You're right, Tony. They are talking too much, but it's saving me money because they're not talking a good talk. And you know what? Let it be that. Because I'm playing games. All right? I'm playing games. And I tell you, maybe if Sea of Thieves wasn't put up there on this pedestal and just dragged through the mud with content and mediocre shit, it is a fun game. But it's just the messaging and the lack of content and the lack of inspiration hurts it. You are in this world and you're like, yo, there's so much stuff to do. I want to do so much stuff, but you can't. And it just falls. What's up, Merc? How you doing, man? And it's just, it could have been something. And that's the thing. Even this Xbox All Digital could have been something. It could have been something to go against the Fire TV. It could have been something. What's up, Jemiah? How you doing, man? It could have been something. Could have had a smaller design. Maybe just make it an S that's in black, because guess what? We don't have one of those. A little slimmer design. Show some effort. And they'll make a trolling, cringeworthy commercial showing like all you did was just delete the drive to just show how uninspired the model is. Like, it's so dumb. You're calling yourself out. I just don't understand them. And why does it grind my gears? It's because it is like a company that I felt was connected with the fans, that interacted with people on Twitter, that actually listened to feedback, had Xbox feedback, added features every month to the system, that evolved gaming and evolved Xbox Live. They left the building, dude. They left. And we're left with a skeleton crew of idiots.
You want to spend the rest of your life with your head up your ass? Be my guest.
That talk whole Gandhi gaming, like whole world gaming. Oh, everybody should be gaming. All this other stuff. When you're trying to sell consoles, out one side of your ass, you're trying to sell product. And at the other side of your ass, you're like, I don't give a shit if you buy my product. Well, guess what? NPD show and everybody shows, nobody's going to buy your product. And if you put your effort into PC gaming, do it. Hey, thanks, dude. They just announced another thing. Forza Streets. Miami Streets has finally come. They did a Forza Streets game. And I see people on Twitter going around going, well, it's an Android game. It's an Android game and a Windows PC game. It's not, it's it'll come to Xbox. I'm sure it will. How the fuck do you sit there with a $400, $500 system, a gaming machine, and the company that built that fucking piece of plastic is basically, you have to make excuses why a game that they release, I don't give a fuck if it's Miami Streets, but any game that they release should be on that machine. Nobody wants that game on Xbox, Mark. But the thing is why the hell does somebody have to make an excuse why that game is not on Xbox? That's the thing. I'm saying if the game is shit, the game is shit. The game is a mobile game, it's a mobile game. But what is the reason that that thing is just not on Xbox? It is weird. If it's on PC though. It's not even like just a phone. Like, that's the point is not the game, and that's what a lot of people get into. Like, oh, who wants that trash game? Oh, see if these are trash. Who wants those trash games on Xbox? The thing is, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Remember, Phil talks about options. Options, options, options. What's up, OBJ? How you doing, man? Phil talks about options. Well, why does somebody who buys a dedicated gaming machine from Microsoft, and when Microsoft releases a game, they have to make an excuse saying why that game is not on their dedicated gaming machine? That's messed up. That's anti-consumer for the console owner, because you're buying into an Xbox gaming ecosystem, and then you have to basically say, oh, yeah, Gears Tactics, it'll probably come to Xbox. Fuck that. Gears Tactics should be announced day one for Xbox. Why is that a question? Some bullshit Forza Streets. Who gives a shit? But you want to know what? That should be on Xbox. Why not? Why not?
What the fuck?
It makes no sense. Why are they keeping games off their console? Games that they make. Minecraft Dungeons. Why is that not on Xbox? Day one. What the why? Are you trying to just chase people away to other platforms? Like, are they trying to take their Xbox core group and basically say, go buy a cell phone and play our games on your cell phone? Is that what their vision is? Well, guys, just leave that fucking console sitting there. Who gives a shit? Go jump on PC and go play. And listen, guys.
What do you mean I'm not an expert?
I'm not an expert. I'm a fucking consumer. But it makes no sense. It makes no sense that when Xbox announces a game, you have to explain why it's not on their gaming machine.
tell you the truth, this guy's starting to get on my nerves.
Really? It's fucking annoying. And I don't understand how that's acceptable. Glad you're liking them, Benji. Oh, I'm going to be doing a lot more of them. Because they're fucking driving crazy. But it just really grinds. Grinds my gears. Where's my fucking thing? And all I got to say is about the Xbox One S Set Edition. The last thing I'll say is...
No deal. No deal.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
No deal.
Yeah, it is bullshit. And they gotta drop that price. No deal. So, anyway, the other tidbit that I got from this Inside Xbox deal. Let me see where I get that thing. Oh, they did the backwards compatibility. Oh, here. Yes, and guess what, guys? We got Rod friggin' Ferguson. He jumps on Inside Xbox. We got him. We got him. Gears news, right? Multiplayer. Multiplayer beta. That's something I wanted to say. You know, when Gears 4 came out, we were playing a Gears 4 beta right now. It was at PAX. Gears 4 beta. When Halo 5 was coming out in the fall, we played a Halo 5 beta. Where the fuck is Halo 5 beta? Oh, it's Gears 5 beta, I mean. Where the fuck is Gears 5 beta? I don't... where is it? Why haven't we seen anything with the multiplayer of Gears 5? Oh, but Rod Ferguson comes on this Inside Xbox, and guess what he talks about? Esports.
What the fuck?
Esports.
Good riddance to bad rubbish.
Let's talk about esports. Anyway.
One was like with esports, like it was
thank you, Rod, for
overcome
esports.
and what they've done
Next, please. Xbox 360 backwards compatibility was on here. And Ninja Gaiden 2
additional
and
purchase
Splinter
to make.
Cell.
You can play with the discs you already own, or
Oh, well, you can't say play with the discs you already own. I heard that. I heard that. Uh-oh. That's the other thing. Backwards compatibility. The discs that you already own. If you have the sad edition of the Xbox console, guess what? Those discs do not work. And the one thing they didn't announce is that whole trade-in program where you take your physical discs and you turn them into digital. Guess that doesn't exist right now. But yeah, all those physical discs that you have for the original Xbox, now pay $10, $15 for the digital versions of them because you can't use them in the discless console. That's another thing that you're losing by saving $50. Which, again, the price had to be bigger to justify what you're missing out on. Anyway. No more sads. A miss. As a swing and a miss. They had an opportunity possibly to and this is the thing. Every time they have a possibility to kind of move forward and make it look like they even give a shit. And they just drop on their face on this stuff. What is this?
Fans of gaming and music because they can just, it all happens right there.
That's right.
Oh yeah, they had a whole segment on the game bar for the PC. They added game bar. Oh, and they added Spotify integration. And that's great, guys. It's a fucking computer. I could put Spotify on. I don't need your game bar to turn on Spotify. Oh, and thank you for the fucking Warhammer exclusive console that you have to take a shit on the corner of the street. You gotta flip a coin on the thing. You gotta tweet out something, retweet it, and maybe you'll win that incredible console that you probably could sell for $700 at retail. Anyway. Now I'm just ranting on this fucking bullshit because I'm just skimming through it and I'm not even listening to their bullshit. Because I want to see the king of all bullshit. He comes at the end and he comes at the end. And this is the last point I want to make about this Inside Xbox. I'm so glad I didn't watch this thing. It really is just sad, 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 sad. That's right, Glenn's on the corner of the street. For somebody who didn't watch this show, just by skimming through it, it's still, like, it needs to be half the length. And just stop teasing news. Use this time to announce real things. Like, don't announce announcements for announcements. There we go. So let's see what the feel. Here we go. Phil Spencer himself. There we go. Let's get his ass up here.
We don't start with the device. We don't start with us. We think about our customer.
Oh, you really do. Let's get to the beginning of this.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Time at E3?
I'll ask you about E3 later on in the interview, but right now I want to talk about a couple of things. We announced Game Pass Ultimate earlier in the show. We announced the digital Xbox One S earlier in the show. We have the updates to Game
More
Bar.
hardware,
Last month we had
more
Kareem
services
on
and
showing
hardware.
xCloud. How do all of these pieces fit together in your mind?
It's a really good question. You know, we've said for the longest
I want
time
to ask you a bunch of questions.
that we put the
I want
gamer
to have them
at the
answered
center
immediately.
of how we build our strategy and our services. We don't start with the device. We don't start with us. We think about our
We don't start with the device. You know, that thing that costs $400.
customer and what does the customer want. And we kind of are driven by this idea that as a gamer, you should be able to play the games that you want to play.
That's the biggest problem. The games that you want to play. That's the job that they've been failing at. Making games that gamers want to play. The reviews show it. The sales of the games show it. The fact that they need Game Pass to keep these games alive shows it. That's the biggest problem. The options are great. Playing them where I want to play them is great. But you got to make games that gamers want to play. And Gears 5 most likely will be it, and so will Halo Infinite. But you need more than that to keep people engaged for longer than just when those games come out. An example is Crackdown 3. The matchmaking for parties is in beta right now. It's still in beta. Shit came out in February. Who wants to play that? Who wants to play, even if they could play it on their toilet bowl seat? If they don't want to play it, if you're not creating a demand with your games, it doesn't matter where the fuck you could play them, or how, or what service, or what subscriptions, or what devices. It does not matter. And people need to get this in their fucking skull. They need to make desirable games. And if these games at E3 from their studios are not desirable games, there's the problem. That's why if Nintendo made shit games, it wouldn't matter if the Switch could be taken on the road or played at home. But because those games are compelling, because those games have good gameplay, because those games look good, they play well, they're fun, people want to play them on the go. Phil? People don't want to play Crackdown on the go. People don't want to stream Crackdown 3. People don't want to play State of Decay 2. And it's just Halo, Gears, and Forza. That's all you got. And maybe they want to play those games. But you got to make desirable games. Games that are universally successful. Games that are fun. Games that people want to play. That's the problem. The options are great, but the fact that you're leading with where I could play the games instead of these are the games that we're making for you, and this is how and where you could play them, that should be the message. It's reversed. It's a horse walking its ass backwards. You could play all these games on the clouds, on your computer, on the console, without digital, with discs, with subscriptions, with sales, with Game Pass, without Game Pass, with Game Pass Ultimate, with fucking all this shit and that shit. That's great. But then when the games get announced, you don't even put them on one of your devices. And when the games get released, they're not that good. And there's quality control issues. That's the problem. You got to lead with the games, not the services and not the hardware. Rant done.
On the devices you want to play them on with your friends, anywhere you go. And this is all part of that strategy, that vision, that kind of goal that we have for players. You at the center, playing your games wherever you want to go.
You're talking about travel. I noticed, I was reading your Twitter feed, is that you tweeted out you were over in Asia recently meeting with game developers and partners. How did that go?
I always love my time in the studios. It's kind of how I grew up at Xbox in studios. So now when I get to go out to third-party studios, I get to play games early, talk to the studios about what they're doing. This is always an interesting time because E3 is coming up. So we get an opportunity to talk about the things that we're going to focus on our stage at E3 and see if we have great content. Speaking specifically of Japan and Korea, which were the two places I was, I'm really, proud of the partnerships that we've built over the last
I hope
few
he's
years.
not talking PUBG.
Think about some of those moments. Finally had a Kingdom Hearts on our stage last year. The Dragon Ball announces. It's been good progress with those studios. I love it now because I go over, I'm seeing friends. I'm seeing people that I see multiple times a year, seeing their games. I think we're going to have a really great show at E3 from developers all over.
Now, I have to ask you, you've been traveling a lot, but I also look and I see you're playing Destiny 2. What are you doing? What's going on there?
I'm trying to get to 700 light level, and I'm at like 650 right now. It's just driving me crazy.
No. I'm saying when you're traveling, how are you playing, Phil?
So, starting probably January, I started taking my phone and my controller with me and using our streaming xCloud technology.
So you're beta testing it?
I am alpha testing, probably. Alpha and beta testing. It's nice for me because we happen to be sitting on the same floor, on my floor, and the xCloud team's on this floor, so I can run down there and get new drops of the software all the time. But it's been awesome. I found probably half of my Crackdown orbs while I'm away from home, just kind of running around using xCloud. I'm running Destiny Strikes with my friends online using xCloud. It's just a test setup, right?
Yeah.
This is me playing the games I like to go play. I have one server that is set up for me, so it's kind of like my Xbox in the cloud.
I can see the label. It says Phil's server on it, right in the rack. I'm sure that's what it says.
But figuring out latency, like when I was in Japan, I'm sitting there playing games. I'm in a hotel, 8,000 miles away from my server, and kind of what does that feel like? Because that's not our solution. Will be with the breadth of what we have in Azure, that data centers will be close to you to minimize ping time, to minimize latency that you have. But I will say there's something magical about taking my Xbox experience with me. Like when I boot up, it is me. P3 is on, all my friends are there, all my messages are there. I don't feel like I'm disconnected. I can launch my games. I'm not having to kind of grind a separate set of characters or something. It is my state that I have when I'm sitting in my home or I'm sitting in my PC. It goes with me. And I really love that. And I think for me, I'm a product person. I have to use the product and kind of feel, what do I like? What do I not like? What's my feedback for the team? So I'm glad I'm getting to do this. And I'm really excited about the rollout that we have coming.
So that xCloud thing, it sounds really neat. It sounds like, that is definitely a cool experience, taking your console with you without buying another devices that you own. And again, it goes to playing the games that you want to play. And I feel like they need to put their energy behind making great games. This sounds great. Even though I came from PAX and I haven't seen anybody with any contraption hooked up to their phone, I don't know. I would say maybe bring a laptop instead. I don't know, but playing on a phone obviously you didn't do it on the plane. But hey, he's on his own server. He's trying it. Your messages and friends are there already on the Xbox app. You don't necessarily need to stream a game. But if you're in party chat and things like that, it sounds cool. It sounds like a cool option. I don't feel that the option is going to be free. I think this is going to cost. This is another subscription, and probably why Game Pass Ultimate exists. Probably because they're going to introduce a new subscription, xCloud subscription. I just don't think that you're just going to be able to just take you, or they'll roll it into Xbox Live and maybe increase the price of Xbox Live. But I don't think that this technology is going to be free. It's not free anywhere else. And I don't think Microsoft, of all people who price a discless console at $250 just for the $50 Blu-ray, is going to give this away for free. And the question is are you going to pay to stream your games? It's all going to come down to the pricing model. And are you going to have limited time to stream your games? Is it unlimited? Can you play 5 hours, 4 hours? I put that tweet out earlier about NVIDIA, because NVIDIA does this. The NVIDIA streaming. I signed up for the beta to test it out. But they only allow you to play in 4 hour, and that's only on PC. You can't do that on mobile. But they only allow you to play 4 hour windows, and then it ends your session, and then you got to start up a new session. Similar to PlayStation. I think PlayStation also does that. But anyway,
this
the big
is the
thing,
last episode of Inside Xbox.
E3.
Before we hit,
this is the one thing that I heard.
How are
you?
There
was one good thing and one not.
This is
so
gonna be an
great
interesting
thing.
one. Like we are.
So interesting one, right? Hear this.
We're the platform holder that has a live stage show, and
which
it's
is
kind of just us
so
this
true.
year.
It's all on you.
I feel the responsibility of that. I want to represent gaming, and I think it's an.
That's the thing. He wants to represent gaming.
In time
He's
where
not saying he wants to represent
kind of
Xbox.
larger community news and other
Yes.
things are looking at the gaming industry at E3.
So he is now want to represent gaming. So he's going to talk about everything. He's not going to talk about his focus is not saying how Xbox is the place for gaming. He's just going to talk about gaming. So just to let everybody feel, this is exactly what I said. It's going to be a lot of xCloud. It's going to be a lot of PC. It's going to be mobile. It's going to be everything. Like, it's going to be the all gamers show, just with a little Xbox green tint on it and maybe some Xbox throw-ins here or there. Which, if you had that stage, man, I would promote the shit out of my products. I wouldn't talk about anything that was on anybody else's platform. I would talk about my stuff and have that time to show my stuff. But that's Xbox of old. So if you have a Switch, you got a PlayStation, tune into Microsoft's show, because I think there's going to be news for everybody in it.
E3, I think it's a time we kind of pop above a lot of the noise that's out there. So I think the whole team, we're taking the responsibility of being out there, representing gaming and wanting to do a good job of that.
What are you most excited about? Are you most excited about getting
Now,
off
this is the
stage,
good news, though.
meeting with the fans,
That's it. I don't want to be
developers?
trashing on Phil all the time.
I'm always excited about time with the fans and the community. Like coming out on stage, seeing faces in the crowd that I know. I'll get certain DMs and stuff on Xbox Live or Twitter about people
not
just
this part.
excited about the show. I'm excited about what we're going to platform, and I can.
This,
yeah,
he says this about the
our
studios.
New studios are going to have things to show, which is going to be.
That's great. That is excellent news. Now we got to see what
awesome.
they're going to show.
Some
but
new things that nobody has seen before, which will be
excellent.
Fun. You know, if
that's
you
good
pick
news.
One
That's
of the
awesome.
Later studios, Obsidian,
That's
had
what
a
we
really
need to
great time
see.
with Outer Worlds. And
No, not Obsidian, because we saw their game. I want to know what
at
what
Game
other
Awards.
people-
Maybe we'll see some more of that. It's been nice
No.
though, as you're starting to work with these studios. They come in. I think they're starting.
So we got it. Ninja Theory's coming out, but that was the good aspect of it. Like, I do like that. You know, he's
to see how big of a deal E3 is for a platform, and I can see them getting excited about that. It's kind of different than being an independent studio, but it's going to be exciting to see the studios. It'll take kind of years to really have them fully integrated in and kind of delivering the same way all of the teams do, because different teams are at different parts of their
I missed
development
that part.
cycle. But I think it's going to be just really interesting to have those teams showing up this year and starting to show what they're building for us.
As we look at the calendar, I see we're just under.
That was about it. But anyway, we'll get back to chat. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Phil was a little disappointed. But, you know, he's saying about the games and, you know, about that stuff and all this other shit. And you know, it really, I want to see what the studios are building, and I'm glad. I stop feeling so disappointed. Yeah, he didn't really. Yeah, he seems that he's still testing it out, and he has his own server and stuff like that. Like I said, Brian, xCloud is a great option. It's all right, but I just don't like it. It's nice, and if it's a price, like it's. I don't want to talk about it because you don't want to know what it's. Phil Spencer on a private server. All right, if you want to talk about cloud streaming, Nvidia Shield has it. Nvidia has it. PlayStation Now has it. You could do it right now. You don't have to wait for Phil. All right? To come down from his server and tell us prices. Okay? I just like it is what it is. Like it's not the future. And speaking of that, the PlayStation 5, Mark Cerny had an interview and broke down the specs of the PlayStation 5. But in that article, he said things that, I wish came out of the mouth of Microsoft. And unfortunately it doesn't. But he made it about the SSD, the specs. Really very interesting. And he interviewed with Wired. And, speaking about the future, Microsoft's all over the place. They got streaming. They got diskless consoles, this stuff. And like I said before, that's what hurt Microsoft early in the generation. They tried to do too much at the beginning of the Xbox One. They wanted the Kinect to read your heart rate. They wanted you to do all digital. They wanted you to trade your games in and get DRM codes. And they tried to do too much. You could snap your stuff. You could do Skype calls. The camera will follow you around. And Sony just came out and said, here's some games. And they weren't amazing games, but they just kept it about games. And they didn't try to do too much. They just tried to fix the stuff that they messed up with the PlayStation 3. But Microsoft was going all out, doing all weird things. And even though Microsoft had better games, the messaging was all over the place. Now they don't have better games, and they're talking everything but years. Let me tell you something. Mark Cerny says in this article that the PlayStation's coming out probably in 2020. Nothing is coming out this year. Okay? But what he said, he talks about ray tracing, all this other stuff, all this tech crap. Which, it says that, a 7 nanometer Zen 2 GPU with the Radeon Navi family. There's going to be ray tracing. But one of the things I pulled out of here was that he said that it was going to be affecting also PlayStation 4 games, which confirmed that the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 will play. The PlayStation 5 will play PlayStation 4 games, which was the biggest thing I think everybody was listening to. I saw some people trolling, going, "Oh, you don't care about backwards compatibility." It's different when all your games go with you. When your PlayStation 5 plays all your PlayStation 4 games, and how great these PlayStation 4 games over the last year or two have been, to know that they could possibly look even better on the PlayStation 5, that's just a bonus to probably dedicated PlayStation 5 games. I don't know how Microsoft's going to handle their forward and backwards and all that other stuff, but I think Sony is going to be, again, clear, concise for the gamer, refining the game, making the experience better for the gamer on the console. And that's kind of where he was. Like, he basically says at the end, like, about the save time, a lot of the SSD, and the most important thing, like almost promising no load times and things like that. And basically, this is the sentence that they got from Wired, and Wired is basically like, Sony is also unclear. Like he said, a mum on the word, we are cloud gaming pioneers, and our vision should become clear as we head towards launch. So I think they're going to do something with cloud gaming. I think, though, unlike Microsoft, I think Sony's going to make it required, maybe take your own console to the cloud. Possibly still require the console, where Microsoft may be eliminating that you don't need a console. I don't know. The cloud is a nice option, but it is not. The fact that Microsoft's going all in on it and, just kind of like promoting it right now, I just think that it's too early. Like, I think they're talking too early. And the fact that they are releasing, and the biggest thing is they're releasing their games day one. If it's going to be on xCloud day one, it really negates the demand. It diminishes the demand for the hardware. which obviously to them they said multiple times it doesn't matter. And then at the end of the Wired article, unlike the end of an Xbox interview, it says, go read Xbox PC Phil Spencer interview, and you're like, oh, does he even care about the console? That was the takeaway from that one. And at the end of this Wired one, it says, for now, there's the living room. It's where the PlayStation has sat through 4 generations and will continue to sit at least 1 generation more. It's still about the console. And they're putting all their effort into the console. And that's the one thing I cannot take away from them. They are putting all their efforts behind the console. Now, if they do other things, that's fine. But as long as they put their efforts behind the console and show the people that are buying the dedicated gaming machine are getting the games that they should be getting, there's nothing to get upset about with that. And that's where I just think Microsoft's messaging is fluttering. Microsoft should be doubling down right now on great games, and hopefully at E3 that's what they show. And they show what these studios and make promise of what these studios, and Halo Infinite looks awesome. But Microsoft has diluted that demand for the console by putting their games everywhere. And, unfortunately, the architecture of the X or of the next Xbox might not be utilized to its full capacity because the people making games for that console have to make games for the PC as well. And on the PlayStation, they don't have to do that. So that's going to be the major difference moving forward. Like, that's why those games look like that on the Switch. That's why games look like that on the PlayStation 4. And that's the difference. Yes. Sorry, Brian. Oh, my God. I just jumped it back into the chat. The Nokia 1520, I had that thing. Awesome. Windows Phone was awesome, but never got the app support. And that's my biggest thing about this. And I always say it. It's like I saw what happened with Windows Phone. And the same thing. The support for the console, the support for the device was not there from the developers. And by Microsoft kind of just saying, guys, you know what? The console just blends in and merges with everything else. And they just dilute it and put it all as Xbox, PC, Windows, gaming, and that stuff. They're hoping that sale will work with the Xbox brand, that will work with developers. Developers will buy and drink that shit. But they haven't. UWP has not been successful. UWP is basically dead. Yes, the People Hub. Oh my God, integrate all your messages and your contacts. And with their Facebook and social media, they had some great design decisions on that thing. They even had Xbox Live games on there, only on that device, right? Amazing. But like I said, we're at a crossroads right now, guys. Microsoft is doing their thing Wii style. Nintendo's doing their thing as Nintendo does. And Sony's doing their thing. And you could get all three of them. And PC's doing its thing. Epic and Steam Store battling out, civil war over there. But the biggest thing for gamers, as for myself, I only speak for myself, is I go where there's compelling, new, fun games that I could enjoy either by myself, solo, or online, or co-op, or, my son. And the games that, the platforms that offer those experiences, that's where I'll go. And I feel like owning a PlayStation, you have your cake and eat it too. You get the multi-platform games. You actually get some more games than Microsoft would not get. You get more variety of games. Plus, you get the exclusive games. Plus, you get access to PlayStation Now, which has games of over 700 games. Now, as a person that did not own the PlayStation 2 and own the PlayStation 3 later on, that is great. And their streaming has gotten a lot better on PlayStation Now. A lot better. And you can download PlayStation 4 games, which is really cool. And it's an option. It's not the option. It's not like Game Pass is... PlayStation Now is not PlayStation. But Xbox Game Pass is Xbox. And they have gone all in. And you can't deny the value of Xbox Game Pass. That's why an all-digital console like a Game Pass box would have done pretty well. I think it would have done good for the Xbox. I think if they could have made it at 150, and you know, and probably it's going to be 150 at the holiday, but we shouldn't have to do this every single time Microsoft announces something. Is make excuses, going, oh, probably at Black Friday it'll be 150. Gears Tactics, it'll probably come to Xbox. It's just waiting for keyboard and mouse support. Well, that happened already. Gears Ultimate, Gears, you know, the Minecraft Dungeon should probably go to... Why? Why are we saying should and what if and maybe and this stuff? That's the thing, guys. Like, I don't understand why that has to be the narrative. And not saying the other two are perfect. With Sony, you know, and you know, the bullshit with the cross-play and you know, and you know, people still complaining about that, and you know, Nintendo with their shitty-ass online, and, you know, trickling out their NES games that have been out forever, like not doing Super Nintendo, not listening to people. Where the fucking N64 games on the Switch? Come on now. But you can't be as critical as you can when you're getting good games. Dreams came out today, and I played Dreams. Say it's a game creator who wants to make games, who wants to do this. Say what you want. But Project Spark was probably one of the greatest things that Microsoft developed. That they failed at because of microtransactions. It was a platform for people to develop games. It was the first game that worked cross-platform. It was the first game that worked on PC and Xbox. Guys were using keyboard and mouse to make levels, and Xbox guys could play it. And not only did they not support the game, they closed the whole thing down. And what they did was they put content that you could use to build your game behind microtransactions. Oh, you want to develop a zombie game? Well, here's the zombie pack. And they broke the game that way. They sold it for $40, and they let Microsoft get the best of it and put the microtransaction shit behind creativity. And then you look at Dreams, and Dreams makes the people make the content. You want a sound effect? Somebody will make it. You want an animation? Somebody makes it. People are making artwork. People making games. People are making just people that need animations. Like, it is a user-led community. There is no monetary things yet in it. I don't think they're going to be. Maybe they do some expansion, but people can make whatever they want. And you can put any of that stuff in your own design. It doesn't say you want to make zombies. Here's the zombie pack for $10. Oh, you got the game for $40, buy the zombie pack for $10. Here are gravestones that you could add into your map. That's what they did with Project Spark, and it just shows the difference. That was a very inspirational thing, and that was something they needed to keep on there. What happened with Xbox was a dev kit. Remember, Xbox was a dev kit. What about the games that they had, those $1 games or $5 games that were like not part of the indie games, but they actually were in there? Guess what? That program ended in 2017. Go look. There was like Xbox Indie Showcase. It's not even indie games. It's not ID at Xbox. It was that they were taking people who made games on the dev kits and they could sell their games without going through all the approvals and stuff, the certifications. That thing, last thing that was updated was 12.17. Microsoft scraps their stuff too quick. Now, yeah, Sony cancels shit. But Microsoft, I follow a lot, and they do this in all their stuff, a lot of their things. And I've been screwed too many times by believing their vision.
Don't do it! I'm warning you, do not do it!
And you know what? They have a disconnect. And they got to wise up. And I just don't know where to go. Like, you know, my only thing is advise everybody just hang in there, stick with it, and hope for the best. Because I don't know where they're going. And I guess E3 is going to be another kind of wait for E3 thing. They're not doing another Inside Xbox until June. So they're skipping May. And, you know, Days Gone now comes out. I played that at PAX East. Game is awesome. I didn't hear much about World War Z. I saw some clips of it. It looks cool. It looks like Left 4 Dead. But World War Z. But I'm telling you, man, my son and I playing Dreams. Is just unlimited content, and I like that stuff. That stuff's fun. I like just turning on a game and just saying, "Hey, yo, what do people create?" Or, "Yo, let me take this stupid dinosaur and let it pounce around a world and just upload it." Like, who cares? Like, it's cool. And that's just one game. Like, it's not, oh my God, this game is God of War level. But the fact is that it exists, it's nice. And I think that it just shows the difference of where it's about the games. The services, hardware, follow suit. But if you are a gamer and you want to be entertained, the games have to entertain you. There's only so much you could come on fucking internet. And talk about specs. And do all that rigmarole. But to play a game and to share it and stream it. And like I said, Sea of Thieves, it's friggin' fun. But you need people to have fun with and joke around and mess. But there's still, the content is not there. Still a year later. There's still just fetch quest missions. There's still overpriced gold items. And they don't do anything. There's no leveling up. There's no improved combat. There's no skill tree. It's a shell of a game still to this day. And we had a good time, but that good time was short-lived because it doesn't have those things. It doesn't have things to keep you engaged. That modern games should have. Skill trees, leveling up, getting better, doing stuff, progression. No, still not there. There's no progression in Crackdown 3. I hope that if they're doing tournament-style Gears 5, there should be progression in Gears 5. I hope. But, you know, been going on for over an hour, though. Grinders, I appreciate you guys coming out.
Good riddance to bad rubbish.
Had fun. I'll have more sound clips the other time. But, yeah, I'm going to try to do some more streams. I got the capture card, so I want to do some more streams with the, you know, PlayStation. I also got to do some streams with, you know, my PC and doing that stuff. I want to, you know, undo some of that things. And, yeah, I thought that was fun. I got it to work. And, yeah, I'll fix the frame rates and things like that, especially playing the game on PC. I think the capture card, I streamed that Pandora box, which, you know, that was awesome, playing those old games. I got another one, the 7S now, that has 3D games on it. Plays PSP games, PlayStation games, Nintendo 64 games. You could load your own on there. The 7S now, Pandora's box. Awesome arcade machine. It's better than those 1-ups. You can buy them on Amazon, these Pandora's boxes. They're really cool. I'll stream that as well. But, you know, I think that was all I wanted to talk about. You know, that Inside Xbox, again, you know, even for not watching it, there are things that they need to improve. And like I said on my other stream about the Sony one. The Sony one, and you know, to go on the thing about these stupid shows are not, you know, the Sony one and stuff, they're not E3. They're not. But that doesn't mean they can't have kind of like, oh, that's nice. Like, oh, that's cool. Like, it could have stuff that is relevant. Things that are kind of cool. Instead of going, why do you need a beta test Game Pass and Xbox Live Ultimate? Like, why does that need to be teased and tested? Just roll it out. And if it's not ready to be rolled out, then don't talk about it. I just don't understand why that needs to be part of the show. If it's not ready, then don't talk about it. Like, I just don't understand why those things exist in that show. And show more gameplay. You know, that's the one thing that Sony and PlayStation and Sony and Nintendo do. is they just show a game. They don't show a dude getting a fake interview, sitting in a chair. You never see him again, ever again. Like this whole like sit on a stool and let me interview you thing. It's boring. Just show the games. Just get to the news and move on. We don't need a like, so what are you playing now? Who are you? Well, I work behind this thing. I just came on this show. Like, no. Boring. Sorry. And then to come out there and be like, well, we're doing this, but not ready today. It's coming later this year. Really? I don't think that's something people are waiting for. We're going to roll out in October with Game Pass. Like, this Game Pass thing has overtaken Microsoft. It's overtaken them at PAX. And, you know, the thing is that we really need to see what E3 holds. And again, we're back at E3. And, you know, Phil's going to show what those studios are working on. And, you know, he's going to talk about gaming. So, you know, he's going to talk about gaming. So I think everybody should tune in because I think there's going to be news for everybody. And I don't think this is going to be a slam out of the park. Xbox consoles back in town. That's not them anymore. And I've come to accept that. That's why, you know, I don't get as mad as I used to get about them just not giving a shit about the console. But I do think it's not fair to those who have invested into this hardware and they really don't give any perks and actually give them less stuff and make them pay for more things for the console. I think that's unfair. And I realized that, and I jumped off of that and jumped on the PC to use everything that's Xbox because that's where all their energy's going. It's going into PC. It's going to mobile and all that. That's where Microsoft is going. They want to go. They for some reason they want to be Google. But the problem is they need Google to beat Google. They need Android to support xCloud. They don't have a device. Like as Brian's talking about Windows Phone, they don't have a device. They need Android to beat Android. Like, that's why it's never going to be successful. Stadia is going to be pre-installed onto your phone, and they're probably going to have the Xbox xCloud probably 5 level pages in. You think it's going to be on the front page? No way, Jose.
Come on, don't bullshit me.
Seriously, Arnold. Seriously. It's not going to be on the front page. Stadia is going to be installed on there. Whether it sucks or not, Google's going to push the shit out of it. And xCloud's going to take a back seat. And that's what happens when you own the platform. So Microsoft has an uphill battle to fight. They do. And they got to get their heads out of their ass. You want to spend the rest of your life with your head up your ass? Be my guest. They got to get out of that. They got to wise up and they got to connect with the gamers. The gamers will carry them. They're trying to get little Timmy and little Johnny on their phone at McDonald's Wi-Fi. Those people don't give a shit. They don't care. They want to play their Panda Pops. They want to play their little RPG games. They don't give a shit. They don't want to play Halo. And nobody wants to bring an Xbox controller with some plastic printer attachment to strap their phone into it. Who's walking around with a controller? In their back pocket. In their fanny pack. In their backpack. Who's doing it? These phones are getting slimmer and sleeker. And less clumsy. Who's going to be doing 2020 with a Xbox controller with plastic printed thing stuck to it, docking a phone into it? That's like so 5 years ago. That's like so early Android phone when people were trying to legitimize mobile gaming. Hey, Brian. He says Google has a lot more partners outside Microsoft, and Microsoft wouldn't be able to tap support their xCloud like Samsung, for example, would pick Google for their Chromecast versus Microsoft. Of course, that's the other thing that Google had is they have those partners. They have that leverage. I wouldn't be surprised if Stadia goes on a PlayStation with Sony's relationship of using Android. But go see if you could stream YouTube from your Xbox. No, you can't, because Google doesn't allow it. Go see if you could download Chrome or YouTube native app from the Windows 10 store. You can't, because Google says screw your Windows 10 store. So, like, Google and Apple dominate this, and they're not talking about Apple because Apple won't allow that kind of service, and Apple has their own streaming, their own kind of subscription game service on their system. They're not going to have competing models. Microsoft has to beg and kick and scream to try to get their stuff on their competition. And the problem is that Microsoft might not see them as competition, but guess what? They see Microsoft as competition. And they're not going to give hand-me-outs to the richest company, to a billion-dollar company. Google and Apple are not going to give Microsoft hand-me-outs and allow them to come up and dominate in certain areas. That's why Microsoft had to bend the knee and try to just throw and have good faith and give their stuff to everybody, going, well, we gave you Office. Can we put our app on your thing? And they're going to say, nope, it's against our policy. But thanks for the handout, though. Just like Nintendo. Hey, thanks for Cuphead, Microsoft. Thanks for Minecraft. Thanks for letting us put thanks for putting Halo in Minecraft. Thanks for letting us put Mario in Minecraft. But does Mario content go to Xbox Minecraft? Oh no. Does Super Mario Run on Xbox? No. Is anything Mario? Oh, we'll put Banjo in our game. Yeah, thanks, Microsoft. Thanks. Oh, you're gonna put Cuphead? Oh, with support of Xbox Live? Thanks. Microsoft's giving free hand-me-outs. And the frustration lies is that it's not a two-way street. And it's not going to be. Because Microsoft needs to do this because they have failed. They have failed.
And that's it. I don't want to hear nothing else.
They have failed on the hardware front of mobile devices. And they have lost that battle. So I don't understand why they think they could try to win that back when they need to depend on their competition, who still views them as competition. They have a huge uphill battle. Yeah, exactly. Office, that they literally gave it all away, everything that made them unique. Groove Music, exactly. And Groove Music failed too. They put that on Android, and they just abandoned it. Skype. Discord never existed. Skype was there. Hey, guess what? Xbox app is pre-installed on all your Windows PCs. You could chat for free. You don't need an Xbox Live subscription. That was the universal game chat. You could have Xbox Live. It's pre-installed on all Windows 10 PCs before Discord ever existed or was what it is today. And Discord leapfrogged it, and now Discord is the premier cross-platform communication tool. When Xbox app was there on day one on every computer, just like Microsoft Edge was there day one on the computer, but it's not the number one browser. Chrome is. That they gave up on Edge and now they're just using Chromium. Its history repeats itself. It's the fucking Matrix. They've consistently failed on delivering consumer level devices and services. Xbox was their only success story, and they have fucking destroyed it by doing all this other bullshit. And that's what grinds my gears. And it always is. Until they wise up and realize that gaming needs to be the focus. Games need to be the focus. Then I'll worry about where I could play them. Make me Spider-Man. Make me God of War. Make me Zelda. Make me Mario Odyssey. And then tell me that I could play them everywhere. Thank you. But don't make me Crackdown 3. Don't make me Sea of Thieves. Don't make me State of Decay 2. And give me another State of Decay on top of that. And then say, well, you know what? Here are those games. And, and we're focused on playing these games all over the place. It's like, no. No. And if Sony has some sort of streaming cloud, and their multiplats are on there, but guess what? They make their exclusives streaming if you own them on PlayStation. When content is king. And Brian's right. And that's what I vow to say, is that right now, my thing for Microsoft is give them nothing and take everything. Just like everybody else is. Nobody's giving Microsoft any free hand-me-outs. Everybody's just, hey, you want to give me free Xbox Live? Woo, I'll take it. You want to put my games on the phone that I already have? I don't have to buy you a $500 console? Woo, I'll take it. You want to make your games run on a friggin' Chromebook? Woo, I'll take it. Streaming. Like, yeah, thanks. You want to give me Xbox Game Pass for 3 months for $1? Woo, I'll take it. I'll just use it when you have a game that I want you to play it with. You want to give me 14-day free trials and I'll just keep stacking them and stacking them? And then cancel them? Sure. Thanks. I've never seen a company that makes so much money give so many charity hand-me-outs. Thanks, dude. I don't have to buy anything. I don't have to invest. Thank you. But at the same time, do you realize what you're doing? To your brand, to your hardware, I guess. So, you know, with that, it's like they need their competition more than their competition needs them. And Microsoft has to make great games so that the competition wants them. You think Epic would be an Epic store or anything Epic without Fortnite Battle Royale? Fortnite Battle Royale. What was Epic before Fortnite? It was Unreal. It was an engine, yeah, fine. But what game did they have? They didn't even have Unreal Tournament. Gears of War wasn't theirs anymore. They Fortnite. Fortnite was nothing. And then they put Battle Royale in. And now they built a whole store around it. And everybody goes there because it was a good game. It was what they needed to do. They supported it. They made it fun. They did a great game. And they made it better than PUBG and killed the game that created it, leapfrogged it. And Microsoft has to have that vision. And I hope these studios that they got have that vision. So that's all I'm going to say there. And again.
What do you mean I'm not an expert?
I'm not an expert, guys. I'm just a consumer. And, you know, this is what grinds my gears. You know, leave down in the comments what grinds yours, and I'll comment on it. You know, we could share it. You know, maybe I'll talk about it in the next show, but I'm going to do some streaming. I want to thank everybody else for coming out. You know, hit that like button. Share the video out. What grinds my gears, I haven't done this in a week, a couple of weeks, a week or so. This is my new setup. You know, I've been streaming, adding some content. You know what? Because, you know, this is what I like to do, and I love interacting with you guys and, you know, just chatting away, you know, and how you feel. Because it is frustrating. It is. But it's fun, though. It's fun, and I'm having fun playing games. And I'll be streaming those games I'm having fun with, and I'll let you know. Because I'm a consumer, and I'll let you know what to go. But this is how I feel, dude. And you know what? People could say it's negative. People could say it's positive. People could say it's great. People could say it's the truth. People could say it's lies. This is how I feel. And, you know, it's a fall from grace as I look at it from Xbox. And, you know, it's going to be real interesting to see where they go. But, you know what? Where they put in their effort is where I'm going to be, and that's where it is on PC. That's where they're going. And you know, every console and everything they keep trying to push. It's kind of a false push because they know, and we know that that's not where it's going to be. That's what makes it so jarring. But till another time. Again, this has been Grinding My Gears. Oh, and my special guest, the soundboard. Well, we like to thank Arnold, Tony Soprano, Spaceballs, and we like to thank also Robert Hoodman and Tights. And who else did we have? Oh, and the Honeymooners. Hard. And I want to thank everybody. Until then, this is Jed7780. What grinds my gears? Comment below what grinds your gears. Share, like the video. Thank you again to the 275 subscribers and grinders all over the place. And this is your boy Jez, and I am out.